guys, what's up? This is Ink44, and today we are playing some Sticks and Stones Will Break My Bones. And what I mean by that is we are playing Domination on Array. And I'm playing with the effing foul, and I scrape face in this gameplay. So, yeah, but that is not what Sticks and Stones Will Break My Bones is about. And I believe this is either episode 3 or 4. And this is the story of my real first bones. And as I'm saying real, I'm putting little quotes in the air because I did break a bone before this, but it was only my toe, so that doesn't really count. But I guess I'll quickly tell you the story of the broken toe. So it was Christmas Day, and I was in grade 8, and I was playing with my cousins inside the house. I was chasing them around or something because they're younger than me. And so I was chasing them around the house, and in the middle of their house, they had one of those things that's like a little step up. I don't know why houses have those, but as I was running after them, I was dragging my back foot, and I just happened to catch my big toe on that little step, and I broke it. But it didn't really hurt that much. It really hurt for about 15 minutes, and then after that, I could still walk around. Like, it wasn't a bad broken bone or anything. But the story of what I like to call my first real broken bone was of a broken collarbone, and it happened when I was snowboarding. But first, to get the full effect of this story, you have to hear the background story first. It's kind of like when you're reading a story and you get the whole epilogue or whatever it's called at the beginning. So this, I guess you could say, is the epilogue. So that year, I was playing on the same hockey team I played for like 7-8 years. But this year was special because I got named a captain. So that's just special. Just if you play any sport and you get named a captain, you feel special. It's just, you kind of feel in charge and kind of better than everyone else. I know that sounds really selfish, but you know, if you've ever had that experience, you'll know what I'm talking about. So this team was a really good team, and we had just won a tournament in Chatham, Ontario. I don't know if any of you know that, because a lot of you are from the States. And this tournament allowed us to go to a national tournament called the Silver Stick, and we play basically teams from everywhere, including the States, everywhere. And we actually ended up going on to win that tournament, but I was unable to play in the nationals because of my broken collarbone. So now on to the story of how the broken collarbone happened. So it was December 21st, 2009. And I actually had just bought my Xbox. No, I hadn't bought my Xbox. I bought my Xbox when I had my broken collarbone. We will get to that. But first, so we were snowboarding, and the day before we had snowboarded. Snowboarded? Is that even a word? I don't know. Me and my friend, we skipped school the last day of school before a break to go snowboarding, and we decided to go again the next day. And that next day was a beautiful day for snowboarding. There was a bunch of us from hockey out at the hill, and it just so happened we decided to go on the trick park. Now, the only thing I really could do at that point was grabs and the occasional 180. And so what happened was the trick park didn't have any jumps yet because they build them later in the season. What it had was moguls, which are basically large rolling hills that we were going over and landing grabs and 180s off of and stuff. And this time I decided to do a grab, and I did, I think it was a front side grab, I don't really remember. And I landed it, and then I kind of fist pumped, and then I didn't realize that there was a second mogul coming up. So I went off that mogul way too fast, went flying, landed on my back, knocked myself out, and broke my collarbone. All in a day's work, right? So that wasn't a very good day, I guess you could say. So what happened is I'm laying there on the hill. I finally regained consciousness. I wasn't out for very long, maybe 5 seconds. I sit up because I wasn't in pain at that time because I was in shock. And first thing I noticed when I hit the ground is my entire body just went completely tingly, and I've never experienced that before. It was like when you get the shivers, but to like an extreme extent, like super extreme. So yeah. So then I'm on the hill, my buddy realizes I'm hurt, and then I try to stand up or get up on my board, and I couldn't, and I didn't know why. And then I felt my collarbone, and I didn't realize it was broken at that point, but I did feel like I pulled a muscle. And I'm like, ah, damn, I pulled a muscle. So I still keep trying to get up, but I'm like, can't do this. Okay, I'm like, now I need to get my snowboard off. That's what I need to do. So I tried to get my snowboard off, but it turns out my binding was broken and I couldn't get it off my foot. So we're still screwed at this point. So then my buddy, he goes and gets the ski patrol, and they bring me down the hill in a basket, and then I fill out a bunch of papers. Well, I didn't fill them out. They asked me a bunch of questions so that they could fill out their paperwork. And then my mom took me to the hospital. And at the hospital, they gave me a x-ray on my collarbone, and it was very, very broken. If I can find that picture, maybe I'll put it into this commentary. But I don't think I'll be able to. So it was very broken, and it took me 8 weeks to fully heal. Actually, it was 10 weeks before it fully healed, but 8 weeks before I could play hockey again. And I ended up missing the Silver Stick tournament, and yeah, it really sucked. But the one good thing this time did bring me, the one guy I was going snowboarding with at the time, he was very heavily into Halo. And once I broke my collarbone, we could no longer go snowboarding, right? So what we did instead is we went over to his house and we played Halo. And then I got super addicted to Halo, and I bought an Xbox while I was sitting on my ass with the broken collarbone during Christmas break. So I buy the Xbox, I buy Halo, and that kind of summarizes how I ended up getting my Xbox. But I'll add to this story. This has nothing to do with the broken bones, but how I ended up getting into Call of Duty was from the same guy. We were actually at his house. How long was it after? I think it was the Christmas after World at War came out, and he's like, we got to play this game. And the first gun I used was the what's it called? It's the light machine gun that has a small clip and fires really fast. Don't remember. It's like FNG, but that means fucking new guy, so it's not FNG. And we played with that gun, and I was instantly hooked. I needed this game, so I went out and bought it. And the first thing we played was Search and Destroy, and I hated it. And anyway, that's how I got into Call of Duty. That's how I got my Xbox, and that's how I broke my first bone. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Ink/44. Until next time, signing out. Okay, I take it back. That was a really, really gay outro. But anyway, the final score is 35-2. What a great score. Like that shit up, boys. Later.